Episode, I'll look at dreams. And while I've grown up, referencing the idea that it can be good to listen and look at dreams, I didn't actually experience that particularly until my wife began having dreams early in our relationship, which what was going on was that she didn't feel comfortable asserting herself directly and verbally and owning what she needed to be saying to have an equal voice in the relationship. So I would ask her, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And, she'd learned as a Filipino to defer. And as a result, her voice was being marginalized in a way that was damaging to the marriage. So what began happening was she had dreams, and the characters in the dream would accurately put forth what needed to be discussed in the relationship. And so initially, before establishing more psychological safety, where she really felt comfortable coming forward, and that she wasn't going to get backlash for speaking up. Initially, it was my job to decode the dream, to figure out what character was this, and she would help with this. Does this feel like your mother or me, or who's this? And we'd unravel the dream. Now, I would say that this has improved our relationship by a good 50%. And I put dreams in the category of that which is feminine, that which is right brain, that which is more intuitive, image-based, and less direct. You have to work with dream material to understand what's going on. But if you do that work, if you have access to that work, it's another lens through which to view reality. And as we move towards a healthy culture, one of the things to pay attention to is, can you see an object, reality, from multiple perspectives on multiple dimensions? Because it's really easy if you're one-dimensional. So you're looking from one perspective at one dimension. Let's say our culture is very one-dimensional. It obsesses about money, frankly. And so if you just look at money in the moment, then there's all kinds of things. You can sell out your health. You can take smart drugs, amphetamines and stuff that allow you to, get your bonus. You can, lie and steal. You can do all kinds of things that help money. But if you're not looking at the full picture, you can be bankrupting the fundamentals, destroying your body, destroying your relationships, destroying your future. And the money pot is increasing, but everything else is going down. And so dreams are one of the things that we don't look at. And they're useful because they will shine light on things that are not in the dominant cultural focus. They will shine light on important things that are not being addressed in the more rational, lineal focus of a culture or of an individual. And so one of the metrics of a healthy culture is, first of all, does the population understand that really useful things can come through intuitive, feminine, artistic-like channels? Does it understand that? 2, is it somewhat versed in how that might work? Like, it was useful that I had read a few books on dreams, and so one of the things that we would pass my wife's dreams through would be, you are all of the dream. So which part of you is the vicious killer that's hunting down the children, and which part of you is the children, and which part of you is the one that doesn't want to encounter those, wants to forget those things, and which part of you is this? So you are all of the dream. But the other expression, so that's one way to look at a dream, and that's always true. The other part of the dream is that, where's the imbalance? So if you are all the dream is one, on the other, the dream captures some aspect of your life. And where are the imbalances within the dream narrative? Who's the character in the dream that is being unfairly, stressed in some way? Who's the character that has all the power? Now, this also ties in within the You Are All the Dream, because it can help us see which of the inner personas. We have, all kinds of different parts of our psyche. The one that will stand up and fight, the hero, the lover, the fool that, is just in the beautiful innocence and has the greatest possibility of all the personas to see something in a completely new way. The wise one that's, blessing the other personas, the old man is the old woman, these personas. Who is doing what? Because again, if you're getting mixed messages, in the world and in the dream, and you understand what's the feeling connection of those dreams, then you can begin to decode and use a dream as one of the scientific measures. It's a lens through which to see reality through that lens, but it needs development. It needs training. It's like a microscope. If you look through a microscope and you just see some squiggly things, and it's like, I don't know what to do with that, and I don't know what it means. But if you study biology at the microscopic level and you have some information, then when you look through that lens, it's not just a jumble of squiggly lines. It's, oh, that's bacteria, that bacteria is fine, this bit looks a little bit anomalous, this tends to be correlated with this. It's a science. Every single lens of perception is a science, and dreams are one of the sciences through which to look at reality through a more feminine and intuitive lens.